Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, I apologise for not uploading the video on Wednesday. My mother-in-law hasn't been very well. We've had a bit of a rough week, really. But today she seems to be a lot better. It's nothing, like I said before, it's nothing serious or anything. We just sometimes have to be up there a little bit more often than normal. You know, like doing shopping and things like that for her. And obviously lots and lots of phone calls every day. I think we were up to about 30 odd the other day. So it can get a little bit stressful some days, but we've got through it. Today she seems better. Everything's settled. And I only had one phone call today, which was surprising. So I thought I would try and get a little vlog done. Now, I don't know how long this vlog is going to be, because I haven't actually done a great deal this week. But it is actually Thursday, and it's July 6th, and it's actually, let's see what time it is, it's actually 2 minutes past 10 in the evening. And I thought, I've got a bit of peace and quiet. I thought I might as well come out here and put a little vlog together. So I hope everybody's well. I hope you've all had a lovely week, and thank you for taking time out to join me today. And yes, well, we'll get started on what little bits I've actually got to show you this week. Well, I have actually finished. I finished something. I finished my sock. That's the first one done. So the second sock is just sat there. I've got to do the gusset, haven't I? I think I have, yeah. I've got to do the gusset. So I'm going to try and work on that over the week and see if I can, or at least make some good progress on it. I don't think there's much chance of me getting it finished, but I'm going to try and do a bit more on it. But look at the colours. The pattern is beautiful. Especially like this part here. That's really, really nice. But yeah, it's gorgeous. That absolutely love the yarn. It's really nice and soft. And it's James C. Brett. Is it James C. Brett? No, it's not James C. Brett. I've got the wrong label. It's from Attic Spin Dye. I know that. I don't think I've got the ball band. It's a rainbow, pastel rainbow or something like that. But it is beautiful yarn, and I would definitely have some more again. And the next thing I've worked on, now if you remember a few weeks ago I was doing a cross stitch bookmark with my friend Dawn off Instagram, and I sort of finished the cross stitch on mine a while ago, but I hadn't done the outline or anything because I hate outlining cross stitch and it always takes me so long to do it. Anyhow, I thought, while I've got a little bit of time over this week, that I would actually sit down and do it. Now, that's the bookmark, and the outline of the books and the dress and the legs was fine. It's all this white on the skirt, and I just did not want to do that at all. So that's what's been stopping me from finishing it, to be honest. So I thought what I would do today, I took this to work and finished it off this morning while I was at work, and it's really nice. So now I can actually use it in my book, because I've still got a piece of tissue in the book that I'm reading, which is not very good. But I did have a little bit of a disaster with this. What I wanted to do was actually put my bookmark together without having to use a sewing machine or anything. So, you know, at least then I could explain how I've done mine for anybody who wants to make a bookmark but doesn't want to put it together with a sewing machine, because in the pattern it's sort of all the fabric's folded and you stitch it on a sewing machine, and I thought, well, I don't really want to do that. I just didn't fancy doing it. So what I've done is I made myself a template. Now, I learned a valuable lesson, because last time, if you remember, when I did a cross stitch and I was making it, I don't know what I was going to make with it now. It was the King Charles one, and I was cutting it down to size, and I cut it far too close to the design, and I still don't know how I did it, but I think I probably must have had a bit of a bad week that week and I wasn't thinking. And of course this week I'm thinking, well, I've not had the best of weeks, I better be careful here and not do it. So what I did was I'd got some plastic, this is it, plastic, template plastic plain. So I've had these for ages, and I do actually sell things like this in my shop. I've got like a gridded one, which I must admit I prefer the plain myself, but I found some of that out. So I sort of faffed around with my ruler to get the size of the finished design that I wanted. Then I got a piece of, what's it called, interface, and it's double-sided. It's for a plique, so it's a double-sided sticky. So I've got this cut down to size, so then I ironed on the double-sided interfacing onto a piece of felt. This is like a wool and acrylic felt, so you can iron it. Then I placed that on the back of my design. I put my design on a towel so I didn't flatten my stitches, and then I pressed that on, and then I fringed it, and it looks really nice. But that was the second attempt, because I don't know if you can see it, but here there's a mark on my work, and the first time I'd stuck the back on, it had lifted up in the corner. For some reason it hadn't stuck, so I just went and popped a little bit of like basting glue on it just to hold it down while I could sort it out. And it came through, right through the interfacing onto my Ada, and left me with a green mark. So I had to whip that off quickly, try to clean it up. I've got the worst of it off with a baby wipe, and it's a good job it's a bookmark. So, but anyhow, it's turned out okay, and I did a border of like a running stitch on there with some of the lilac thread, and then I've just sort of fringed it, which I like it. I'm happy with it. It's turned out okay, and it's going to go in my book tonight now. I've shared it with you on here, so I'm really pleased with that, even though I don't like the white stitching on the skirt, but yeah, can't help that, can we? I still had fun doing it. So I'm looking forward to doing something else with Dawn. So I will have to check and see how she's getting on with hers, because I know she's been busy with work, so she's not had as much time. But I do like to try and do a little bit of cross stitch or hand stitching or something in an evening, or knitting. I can't sit there doing nothing. I think a lot of crafters are like that though, aren't they? Oh, I need a drink. Right, well, the next thing I did work on, now I only worked on this for a short while. I think it was last Friday. So if you remember, I was doing that nice fine cross stitch on the linen, and I hadn't got very far the first time I showed it you, but I know I probably haven't got that far this time. But once I got it going, you know, it really sort of started to grow, so I really enjoyed doing that. I think the hardest part was the first part, because there were lots of different shades in there all together. But yes, I've got across to the tree now, so I'm hoping to get a little bit more done this week. I might try and have a little go tomorrow when I get in from work and see if I can have an hour or something, and see if I can do a little bit more. But I have been really enjoying this. I really got quite into it, but I tried listening to my book while I was doing this, and I couldn't do it. I had to turn it off. I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't count. I'll tell you, terrible. But like I say, once I got into it, I enjoyed it. Really did. So I can't wait to actually do a little bit more now. So that's that. And the last thing I've got to share with you is my Joan top, my Style Lark Joan top. So if you remember, it's quite a boxy top, and it was actually very simple to make. It didn't take long, and I thought, oh, this is good, I'm enjoying this. And then obviously disaster struck, didn't it? I don't know what happened, but I mean, nothing's wrong with the sewing or anything like that. I mean, that's it, V-neck, there's a facing, boxy sleeves, the nice little bit on the bottom, the fabric goes well with the trousers. The only thing is, it's massive. It drowns me, I tell you. I don't know what I did. I think I picked the wrong size. I didn't sort of go through, look at the measurements, because I just thought, oh, it'll be the same as the other pattern, I'll pick that size, and it must be at least 2 sizes too big for me. Oh dear me. So I am going to have to unpick it, and yeah, well, like I said, basically it's just 2 pieces of fabric, and then you've got your bit on your sleeve and the bit on the bottom. So it shouldn't take too long, I hope. And then I'm hoping then next week to have a little bit of time that I'll take it to work with me, and I'll just unpick as and when, and even in an evening I'll just unpick. I mean, you can see the size of it. I mean, get 2 of us in there, and I will redo it. So hopefully for next week's vlog, I'm hoping to have this top finished. Then I can obviously pop it on, put the trousers on, and hopefully wear it. Hopefully I might get a picture then. So the trouble, I haven't got a full length mirror at all, so I can't actually see what it looks like. But that is the plan. Also, with the trousers that I made, when I've put them on, as they're a wide leg trouser, I just did not like them. I honestly felt like I was wearing scrubs. They're just not drapey enough, I think, and that's probably all it is. So what I've done, I've gone through, I think, all the trousers apart from 1 pair, and I've taped the legs in a bit, and they feel a lot better now. I mean, last week I know I said I'd washed everything, and I have done, and like I said, the trousers a lot better now. I've tapered the legs in, so I just now need to get all the tops to go with the trousers. I haven't got I think it's the Montana dress pattern with me to show you, but if you watched last week's vlog you will have seen the pattern, and I said I was looking for some fabric, some cotton poplin or something to make a twirl in, and I couldn't find anything that I wanted. But yeah, so I was looking on Google, and yeah, I fell down the rabbit hole of looking for fabric, and I ended up looking at Lady McElroy fabric because this is going to be my dress for next year as sort of a gift to myself for losing the weight. And I wasn't planning on buying any, was I? So I have ordered some lovely fabric, and hopefully it'll be here and I can show you what it is, what the colours are in next week's vlog. So when I got back to the shop, what day was it? Tuesday I think I went in, and I thought, well, what fabric have I got that I like, that's drapey, that I could use for this Montana dress? So I found some, and it's like it's a cotton, 100% cotton, but it's like a cross between a mint and an aqua, I would say. And it's got love on it, and it's got strawberries on it, and I thought that is going to be perfect. So I got my pattern out. I did all my measurements properly, and yet again, I was between sizes, but I've come down in sizes. So I'm thinking, oh my word, which way do I go? So I have gone I have gone up. I think that was the best thing for me to do. And it's not a fitted dress, so we should be okay. And if it is too small for me, I will get into it at some point. So that's what I'm hoping anyhow. And on the bodice, on the pattern, you've got like a neck facing and the arm facing, and I'm thinking I don't really want to do that. I don't really like putting facings in. I mean, I can do it and all that, but I prefer like the double bodice, and it does tell you in the pattern that you can do that if you wish, so I was happy with that. So that's what I've been doing today. I've cut out the Montana dress, and if I get time, I'm hoping to get that stitched up as well over the week. And I've also cut out another pair of trousers, and this is more of a drapey fabric, so they don't take long to do, so I might get them made up. But then they're a black background and they're floral, nice red flowers, but I don't have any tops to go with it. I think I probably have a black t-shirt to go with it, so excuse me, at least I can actually wear that if I want to for work. So I'm not giving myself too many tasks to do, just in case it all goes pear-shaped. I know what life's like at the minute, so yeah, I think that's probably everything I've got to do for next week. Yeah, I'm trying to knit on my socks, the cross stitch, unpick and remake the Joan top, trousers and the Montana dress. Yeah, so that is it for this week, I think. Anyhow, I think I better go, because now we're getting on for like nearly 10:30. I hope everybody has a lovely week, and I hope the weather seems to have picked up a little bit round here. I don't know what it's like where everybody else is, but it's pleasant. We've got a bit of sunshine, there's a bit of cloud, it's a little bit breezy, we've got a bit of rain. So I don't suppose we can complain, can we? Well, I'm not complaining. Anyhow, I hope everybody has a lovely crafty week. I hope you all manage to get something done that you really want to do. And thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now, everyone.